everything you just said is within this paradigm of there being separate selves that can do things. So as you hear yourself speak or ask these questions, what is aware of that? Right? There's something experiencing your life right now. This experience right now is being experienced. That recognizes itself as all there is. And then the mind, so thought comes up with a question. This question is something we've read or heard, or it's old. It's something that comes up in the mind. The only way to recognize this is to see that we are that in which all these questions and the mind appears. And that's what I mean that we can't really talk about it, because it's a recognition of what is beyond the talking.
I think that's where that's where there's almost like a resistance in that the mind doesn't want to be made redundant or
yes, which is a super insight, because that's
yeah.
the only thing standing between us and knowing this. That was all nonsense what I just said, but it's a way of speaking. Is the mind, is thought, because that is the self, right? And the ultimate self, the sense of being a separate self that thinks and does things and knows things. So we try to get this with the mind. It's automatic. You can't stop it. And that's why I talk about this and speak with people and correspond with them, because you often need somebody to box the mind out of the ring. The mind comes up, well, what about this? What about this? So it's just kind of it's endless until there's the realization that everything that is I can put into language or thought is irrelevant to this question. Because that's like saying, I'm going to discover the sky, okay, the expanse of the sky. But to do that, I'm going to analyze every single cloud. Good luck. But what about this? Here's a cloud about free will. Well, what about that? Let's dive into that. And then we're stuck for 5 years in the free will cloud. And all we have to do is just recognize ourselves as the sky. And even that is too much doing, because we don't do that. The sky recognizes itself as all there is, including the clouds.
Thanks for watching the latest clip from the What is a Good Life podcast. My name's Mark McCartney. I'm the host of this podcast, and I'm also a coach based in Berlin. Over the last 2 years, I've interviewed over 150 people around this question, and I've distilled these findings, anecdotes, and experiences into both corporate workshops and one-on-one coaching programs. If you're a corporate looking to book a workshop for your next event, or you're a working professional in need of finding answers to some of the bigger questions in life, please direct message me below for a free 30-minute consultation.